What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast. You got your normal suspects here. Man, this is our Christmas edition. So this is going up on Christmas Eve. And I'm telling you, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Everybody out there in the chat, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you guys for rocking with us. Before we even get started, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. Like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so that when we go live, you'll definitely get those notifications. I'm here with my boys, man. Take Boy Fresh. How you doing this evening, man? How you doing? This is gonna be going up on Christmas Eve, so of course you're gonna be in the sunny state of Florida. But how you doing tonight, man?
Fine. On Christmas.
On Christmas Eve, you got fine.
Yes, sir. Got him.
I'm doing well, man. Thanks for asking. Just got done doing a Steeler cast with the little fella right there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all packed up, ready to leave Friday early afternoon.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
driving?
come on, man. You know I ain't driving down to Florida, man.
You flying? Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's 14 hours from DC to Orlando.
Ooh.
I did it one time before, never doing it again. Did it with my wife and my dogs, 3 dogs, never doing it again.
Never in life.
Yeah, but no, Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for all your support and everything that you've all the time you spent with us over the 2023 calendar year. Hopefully we still rocking and kicking it with each other in 2024. Merry Christmas. God bless.
Yeah, man. Big G, you ready, man? What's good? How you be this week?
Hey, man, I'm tired. My players wore out. I've been working triple and overtime, podcasting all over the place, working all over the place, getting drugged by my ear, shopping every place. Got a family that's sick. They got colds and all whatever else because they've been all around people. But I'm thankful and grateful that it's the holiday season. Got great news today. My oldest daughter got her master's degree confirmed.
All right.
My baby daughter got her associate's degree confirmed.
Yeah, man.
My middle daughter's getting her bachelor's degree confirmed. So it's across the board. And the one with the associates is going for the bachelor's. The one for the bachelor's is going for the master's. The one with the master's says she might take a little bit of time off, but I think she's going to be like her mother and go get a PhD. So, fortunate, man. Very fortunate. And grateful because my son-in-laws are here. My house smells like Christmas. There's presents up every way. I'm done with work of my job officially tomorrow at 3:50. So, and I'm off till after the first of the year. So I'm about to get it in.
Yeah, man. Football. You're going to be footballing this whole time. Football.
I'm going to be sportsing it, period.
Man, it was National Signing Day, but we're not going to get on that. We are here to talk about 50 years of hip hop, man. 50 years of hip hop. First and foremost, man, I mean, listen, all of us are around that age, so we grew up in hip hop culture, and think about it. First and foremost, special shout out to my grandmother. It was her 94th birthday yesterday. I got to say that. Grandmother's 94. But we grew up in a generation of hip hop. Now, hip hop is not just b-boying. It's not just rhyming. It's not just DJing. It's also graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is an expression. It started in the Bronx. DJ Kool Herc hooked himself up to a light post in New York, and they had a little family room, and he DJ'd his first hip hop party, and somebody got on the microphone and said, "Yes, y'all," and it began that way. Then you had Rapper's Delight that came about, man. So when you think about it, man, what has hip hop meant to you over this 50 years? And I'll start with you, Tate. Like, what is it that hip hop has meant to you throughout this time?
Tate, don't get fined. Number 2, take your thing off, dog. Don't get the fine. I'm brother trying to save you. It's Christmas. Got to show some holiday cheer.
Thanks for the forewarning, man. I mean, where do I begin? I mean, I kind of begin where hip hop begins, right? I mean, I'm actually about 6-8 months older than hip hop.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, it's it's been a way of life, man. For I can't say all 50, but for 40 of these years,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? From the shoes I wanted to get when I was a kid, from the clothes I wanted to have, from the music I listened to, you know, we going way back to you already brought up Sugar Hill Gang. You know, I remember, you know, Curtis Blow.
Moses Malone. I like slam dunks and taking it to the hoop. My favorite play is the alley oop. I like the pick and roll.
It was one of my first that I remember. I'm talking about being a kid. We talking about like 8, 9 years old. The rapping Duke, like Biggie say, daha.
Curtis Blow, you talking about basketball. We play basketball.
Yeah. Those are the breaks. Come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, hip hop, man. I got this shirt, man. It's a Sean John t-shirt, and I love it. It's beat up now. It's 20 years old, but it says "I am hip hop," and that's just what it says. I mean, like I said, it's just interwoven to every fabric of our lives. You know what I mean? When you get in the car and you riding, at least for me, since I've been driving, most of the time I'm listening to hip hop.
Fact.
You know what I mean? Some sort. It might be old school hip hop. I might not be into all the new stuff. I know some of the new stuff, but you know, I'm listening to hip hop. And it just, you know, the concerts I pretty much go to, you know, and so everything it's just been the genre of music that I've most identified with for my over 50 years. And yeah, I know I don't look like I'm over 50 years, but I am. Hey, but hip hop keep you young though.
All facts.
It keep you young. Gee, man, what has hip hop meant to you in this 50-year period, man, that we've been, you know, graced to be able to be here on this earth and listen to the music?
Well, you know, I can say wholeheartedly and with truth and facts that I think that Tate and Mod's journey with hip hop started a little bit before mine. I grew up in a home where my father was more into that old school R&B sound, the Cameo, the Rogers Troutman, the Frankie Beverly and Mays. And so that's what the climax. I was acclimated to listen to that sector of music. But what I found out just by knowing that we were going to do this show and putting a theme together concerning what hip hop did for me is that I was a sports guy before I was a hip hop guy. But you cannot talk about sports and culture without talking about hip hop. They are so interwoven with each other. I mean, I'm talking about even before, like what the Fab Five did with the black shoes and the black socks and how Michael Jordan was so tied into it. I'm talking about when Patrick Ewing was rocking them dang on Ewing basketball shoes or the Nike Dunks with the air back on it when he was at Georgetown. I'm talking about Dr. J rocking out with them Converse All-Stars, and then you seen rappers wearing that same thing. I'm talking about Irvin Magic Johnson and Larry Bird wearing the Converse Weapon with Isaiah Thomas. And their beat in the commercial had hip-hop directly. They rapped, you know, so who was going to imagine some athletes talking about their shoes and selling their shoes doing a rap and tying hip-hop and all that stuff together, let alone the Deion Sanders, the King Griffey Juniors. I mean, it's just been synonymous throughout time that sports culture is tied directly to hip-hop. So I love hip-hop for the same reason I love sports. You know, it's part of me. It's who I am. And I wouldn't be who I am today without the hip-hop culture having a huge presence on my life.
Yeah, and I think, you know, as we all have had our own journey with it, you know, it's been, I actually do music. So for those of you who don't know out there in podcast land, I've been doing music for a long time. And for me, you know, I said in a song, it was like an older brother. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with him and, you know, he taught me how to run the streets. I was a little pup. I was off the porch with him. You know what I'm saying? Once I got hip hop and I realized it was in my veins at that point, I was like, yo, I got to be a part of it in every way. You know, this is me. The music moved me. You know, and Big G and I have the same father, but we didn't grow up in the same place.
Facts.
You know, and I grew up from the South, but there was an East feeling and pulling and tugging in me. And it wasn't just because the hip hop started in the East. It was just that I identified with it. It was freedom of expression. You know, it was people that looked like me, and me being able to identify with their struggles, and I was able to kind of pin my own struggles in, right? So I think, you know, as I matured in life, the music that I heard and created matured. You know, the artists that I became, you know, a fan of, that it matured with me. So it wasn't just, you know, basketball. I remember basketball. Tate said, you know, basketball is my favorite sport. I used to, you know what I'm saying? I remember Curtis Blow like that, you know, starting. But the thing that hit me was, you know, Rakim. And we're going to get into that right now. When you fell in love, that moment where you realized, man, this is me. This is going to be a part of my life forever. Talk to me about that, Tate. What was the moment that you just fell in love with hip hop? And G said, don't get fined.
Man, I mean, from the very beginning, I mean, I guess unlike G's experience, my dad was listening to it. You know, among the other stuff G's dad listened to, but that 8-track cassette tape and that Deuce and a Quarter.
Oh yeah.
You know, playing Houdini, One Love. Playing. I remember who the artist was. Remember that song? You Talk Too Much.
Yeah, homeboy, you never shut up.
Yeah. I mean,
that's Run DMC. Run
no,
DMC.
No, yeah, I think it was UTFO, if I'm thinking right.
I'm about to look it up. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, You Talk Too Much. But man, so I kind of knew it was for me, man. Had to be with Run DMC, man. I mean,
Run DMC, You Talk Too Much.
Okay.
That's not the one I'm talking about.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. But had to be, no, I would say it had to be Run DMC that when I'm at that age, like 11, 12, you know, and they was just the biggest thing out, man. You know what I mean? With the sneakers with no shoestrings, we was doing that. You know what I mean? I remember I was like in junior high school buying the Run DMC Adidas sweatshirts. Them jokers, this back in like 85, 87. These jokers cost like $100 a sweatshirt.
Hey man, did you have a blue one or did you have a black one? Because I remember you having one of them sweatshirts.
I had three of them. I had one was Cambridge, it was with the rowboats on it.
Yep. I remember
that one was kind of aqua blue.
Yep.
And I had the red, white, and black one that said Run DMC Adidas.
Yep. We all had that one. Yeah, we all had that one.
Yeah, I mean, so I had a yellow, white, and blue one. But yeah, man. So at that moment, that time in life, like I probably was like 5th going to 6th grade. I was already listening to the music. I was already familiar with, like we said, Curtis Blow. Houdini was before that time. Who else was before that time? When you think about it, even the other music we listened to, like, you know, I'm sure we listened to New Edition. They was, you know, those guys were kind of guided by the hip hop culture.
Oh, absolutely. They were a part of it themselves.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like us. So like Bobby Brown, that's why Bobby my dude, man. Bob could do it all. Yeah. Right now to this day, as bad as Bob is out there, he might be doing good right this moment. Bob, one of my favorite artists, man, of all time, man. Just because I identified and chose him and those kind of guys back when I was young. Like, I like those dudes, man. And here we are 40 years later, and I still rock with him.
Right.
You know, so I say Run DMC was that marker, but then real quick, here come UTFO, Kango Kid. Here come LL Cool J, Kool Moe Dee, Heavy D. All these guys just coming in that mid 80s part when I'm like I said, 11, 12, 13 years old, and it was a wrap after that.
Yeah, definitely. Big G, what was that moment for you, man, when you realized you were in love with hip hop?
Man, I put a little bit of thought in this too, man, because I've said some stuff that I know for sure happened, and I had to like really rewind the clock and look at like, man, when was the time? And I promise you, man, I had an uncle, man. Shout out to my uncle Jay McGee, man. Man, love you, bro. Love you. We don't get a chance to rap, sit down and talk as much as we used to. But I remember he had a Comet, an old school maroon Comet that had pounds and sounds in it. And you could hear him 2 and 3 blocks away, right? And my uncle came, my grandparents used to live right on the corner, right across the street from an elementary school, Roosevelt High School. And I was over at Roosevelt. I'll tell you, I don't know if you were over there, but we were over there playing basketball and all whatever else. And my uncle turned up in the parking lot, and he was playing Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full. And I just heard how it just made my soul shake. And then like the beat, I was like, okay, because I was used to like Roger Troutman, Zapp, that type beat, George Clinton. I was used to hearing that out of his vehicle. But then I heard how clear Rakim's voice was and how clear his lyrics were. And I was like, wait a minute, this dude is telling a story like I had never heard anybody ever tell a story. I had heard other rappers, and it goes back, but I had heard it. But when I heard his story, it was like my mission to memorize Paid in Full, and then still to this day, when it comes on, I know the lyrics because it was engrafted in my memory forever as far as, man, this was the moment in time that everybody was going to jump on hip hop. And for me personally, from Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full, moving forward, oh man, I've been hooked ever since. I've been hooked ever since on hip hop. So, and my love of artists, I mean, I go as far as the Wu-Tang Clan, all the way up to some of the new guys like Kendrick Lamar and all them, or whatever else, man. I love hip hop, and I love it all. South, Outkast, South, Ghetto Boys, West, NWA, I love it all. But the developing, the passion for hip hop was definitely, for me, Eric B. and Rakim, Paid in Full.
Go ahead, Tate.
Can I interject just a quick clip?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah. That
Microphone Fiend was my favorite.
Microphone Fiend was crazy. Microphone Fiend was crazy. And here playing right now, check this out. Microphone Fiend.
Fitted like pieces of puzzles, complicated. Cause I grab the mic and try to say yes, y'all. They try to take it and say that I'm too small. Cool.
Out there killing it.
So yeah, just gave y'all a little clip of that Microphone Fiend that Tate was talking about. And the funny thing is,
hey, real quick, Big G, I remember Jay's car. What kind of car was it?
He had a Comet first, and then he went from a Comet to a Civic, a Honda Civic.
I remember the Civic. I remember the first one. I mean, obviously, he's been married and with my cousin Linda way back then. That's kind of how we like family,
Yeah, for sure.
But Jay, Uncle Jay, was special ed before special ed.
Yeah, people didn't even understand how he was into music and wiring up cars and putting bumping systems in it. Like he was way ahead, man. He was doing that stuff in the 70s and 80s.
And Jay 60.
Yeah.
And listen, still got a car right around. Boom, boom, boom. I seen him the other day. I said, dog, you 60-something years old. Talking about boom, boom, boom. I'm like, what?
See, that's why I'm saying hip hop keep you young, man.
Yeah.
Listen,
it do keep you young.
The funny thing about this whole thing is we didn't even know about each other at this time. Mm-hmm. We grew up, like I said, separate. And there was something about the Paid in Full album that when I got it, had me open. And the song for me was My Melody. It was simple. And he started out, turn up the bass, check out my melody, hand out a cigar. I'm letting knowledge be born, and my name's the R. AKA I am not like the rest. I'm not on a list. That's what I'm saying. I drop rhymes like a scientist.
Yes.
My melody in the code, the very next episode. has the mic off and distorted and ready to explode. Man, listen, these were 1980 something lyrics, right? And at this point, that was the most complicated things that we were hearing somebody say over a beat keeping cadence. And I was in. It was over for me. You know what I'm saying? To hear the beat, to hear the vocal, he was polarizing. It was it for me, man. And you know, here I am in a little country town, bro. Like I'm in a country town, and I had to go to the town I was in was smaller than Lima, you guys. And I spent my summers in Dallas, but I heard it on K104 in Dallas, and oh my God, I was open. It was a wrap for me, man. And then I, like Tate said, I discovered LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? And then I discovered, you know, Run DMC, and then I discovered Houdini, and then I discovered NWA. Then I discovered Too Short. The world just started opening up, and then came the Ghetto Boys and so on and so forth. And it was just like, wow, this is something I want to be a part of. And it really had me open like that. So man, what top 5 MCs? It ain't no right or wrong answers, but you know, give me your top 5. Go through them slow enough so we can put the pictures up so that people will know who they are. And tell me why. Don't just give me your top 5, but tell me why these are your best artists. These are your ones. What about them made them, you know, your top 5?
He got fined again on the Christmas holiday special. Tate Boy Fresh getting fined.
Taking fined.
He ain't gonna have no Christmas money left.
Christmas money gone.
Gone.
Number 5, I'm gonna go with the big fella, man. The Notorious B.I.G.
Like it.
Put Biggie up there at 5. And Biggie, his talents and his skills probably was better than 5. You know? But the longevity aspect of it is not quite there for me. I love his music. You know what I mean? I really relate to Biggie. My favorite, well, off the top of my head, my favorite Biggie verse was in the song with, I think it was a remix. He said, whenever he said, I get more butt than ashtray. I'm like, oh.
Craig Mack.
Niggas is mad, I get more butt than ashtrays. The fair one, I get mine the fast way. Ski mask way.
Yeah, with Craig Mack.
Flavor in your ear.
Flavor in your ear. You
Flavor
right.
in your ear. Remix, yeah. Craig Mack, I get more butt than ashtray. I was like, oh, Biggie hard, man.
Quick, fast way, ski mask way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he went hard.
But even before then, man, with Biggie, I remember exactly where I was when I first heard Juicy. I remember exactly where I was, Big G. I was in the car with Che, and I feel like Lerone, and we was riding right over there. This is what hip hop do to you, right? We was riding right over there on 4th Street, over there by where Chicken Man's used to be. Riding over the tracks toward where the Manly's little spot was right there. Right over them tracks, and that Biggie, that Juicy came on, and I'm just bobbing like, what is this? Who is this? That was my introduction to Big. That had to be about 94-ish.
Something around there.
Yeah. So number 4, and they go together. So 5 and 4. Tupac. Tupac is my number 4. Pac wasn't, he was a great rapper, but Pac was just so real and authentic with it, right? He was just like, you know, the stuff he would say, it was like a revolutionary.
Yeah.
And it was a poet all at the same time. He wasn't the best spitting flow. He wasn't that. You know what I mean? but he just was real with it. He was revolutionary with it, and that worked for him. And he just pumped out. And what I said about Biggie, Pac put out a lot of music. Pac still putting out music probably in 2023.
Facts.
He
Unheard.
not, but it's coming out.
Yeah, unheard music from the dungeon.
My first experience with Pac, that go back to Digital Underground. He was a dancer for Digital Underground. That same song. Now I clown around with him, hanging out with
That's a Humpty dance.
That's a Humpty dance. I'm talking about the same song.
Yep.
Yeah, all around the world. Same.
Yeah. So that was my first introduction to Pac, and then shortly after that, he came out with Brenda's Got a Baby.
Brenda's Got a Baby changed the world. Just hit it. Changed the world.
Holla If You Hear Me. I mean, Me Against the World is my favorite of his. Then I remember when he got out and he dropped the double CD, All Eyes on Me. Remember where I was at with that? We was waiting for the mall, Lima Mall to open, Big G. This is probably like 96. I want to say September, October 96. I'm in the car with Cube, Jock, I think Lerone again. We waiting on Camelot to open. We all four went in there, all bought our own double CD of that. And we came back out and got in the car, and Lerone's Delta 88 with some bump in the trunk. And he put it in. If you remember that CD, the first track, Ambitious as a Rider. Man,
boom,
that
boom, boom.
Yeah, that beat came
Boom,
in.
boom, boom, boom.
We was like,
Da-da-da.
ooh,
Boom,
oh my
boom,
gosh.
boom.
That was crazy, man. And you think about it, I said that was 96. Well, heck, Pac wasn't around much longer after that. You know what I mean?
Facts.
I mean, so it probably was September 95. I think he died September 96. So it probably was the fall of 95 that came out. So, and then Pac's 4. My 3 is my boy from the 313. You know who it is?
M's.
That boy M's, man.
M's.
Hey, man. M is a monster, man. And I like him because he go hard on anybody track he do, for one. For two, I feel like Detroit, as far as the rap game goes, big time rappers, is closest to home for that guy that's in my top list. You know what I mean? So I respect the fact that he from my equal culture, right? So, and I love his music, and I respect him because he's a white man, and was typically is a black man's game, right?
Dominated by black men. Dominated.
Right.
It came out in All Eyes on Me came out in February 1996.
Okay, so yeah,
February 13.
I was saying fall of 95, so obviously winter of 96 then. Yeah. So yeah, now Eminem, he get much respect for that. I mean, it's the 8 Mile movie is a hip hop classic.
Facts.
I like the track with that Jay-Z, Renegade. And my favorite one of his is the remix to Fat Joe's Lean Back.
Yeah.
You know, he said, "Baby, I don't dance. I'm not because I got a pistol in my pants."
Yes, he did. Yeah, he killed it.
Yeah, he killed it, man. M killed that. So, keeping it brief, M is my number 3. My number 2, we've already alluded to several times. That would be one, Rakim. And Rakim is just like Maz said, like you said, Big G. Both y'all alluded to it when you described talking about that album, Paid in Full for You, the melody for him, Microphone Fiend for me. Yeah, it was that voice, man. That voice, and just I guess it's probably that New York accent. He got a rough kind of voice too. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean my Microphone Fiend is my favorite of that, but among a lot. But yeah, so Rakim was, and I'm going back to that's probably like 87. You know what I mean? So I'm like, grade B 14, grade B 15 years old, 14 probably. I turned my birthday at the end of the year. So I probably was like 14. And Rakim was my dude at that time. Eric B and Rakim, paid in full. And then last but not least, my number one, and then come around to I was pretty much an adult. I mean, I remember Hawaiian Sophie, where he was with Jazz, not to be confused with Jay-Z, but I'm talking about Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The Reasonable Doubts came out in 96.
Hey,
man,
classic.
Jay-Z kind of filled that void that there was when we lost Pac and Big.
Yeah.
He really filled that void, man. I mean, because think about Reasonable Doubts, and then Hard Knock Life, and then the Blueprint.
Well, you got to think about when he first came out, and I won't interrupt too much. That video with him, Biggie, AZ, Nas, they were all sitting around playing Monopoly with real money on Dead Presidents.
Dead Presidents, yeah. Out the Dead Presidents to represent me. And then he had that song with Biggie. What's the song he got with Biggie, man? I'm drawing a blank.
Not Two of America's Most Wanted, but what's the song? I know what you're talking about. Keep going.
Yeah, so just like I said, Jay-Z filled that void of two at the time. They were the two greatest, right? At that time, Pac and Big, when they both were tragically left this world, they both the greatest, considered the greatest two rappers.
Brooklyn's finest.
Yes, that's the one. But they were considered the greatest two rappers, and Jay-Z fills that void, and he come hit after hit, man. You know what I mean? And then when he was recognized for a Grammy, but they didn't invite him, you know what I mean? He made a big deal about it. Now the Grammy got special tributes to hip hop. They just had a whole hour and a half show a week ago.
Yeah.
They can't even do the Grammys anymore without hip hop.
Right.
It's not possible.
You can't. So when Will Smith was the first one nominated for a Grammy to win a Grammy, at that time, they wasn't having hip hop on the show. You got your award, you was notified in the mail or whatever, how they did it, but you wasn't on part of the show. Now, it's a big part of the show.
Facts.
And that's partly because of Jay-Z and the stance he took at that time because of that.
Yeah.
So then, like I said, we go to the Black Album, we go to Kingdom Come. He got so many albums, man, and they all platinum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He might be the most platinum album having, I bet, hip hop artist of all time.
Ma said no. Who is it, Ma?
Drake.
Platinum. Drake ain't had enough albums, man.
He on that new school though. He on that new school.
More than enough albums. But let me check. So I make let's see here.
Most hip hop platinum albums. Search it correctly.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then what he's done in business. I mean, I'm Jay-Z been around. When I think about LeBron is the oldest basketball player in the league, right?
Yep.
And the best still, one of the best. I remember when he was in high school, Jay-Z said, I'm something like a phenomenon, like I'm a young LeBron putting my high school games on TV just for fronting on. You know what I mean? Yep. So he been LeBron is a 21-year veteran. Jay-Z was way back then and still had been in the game before that. That was like 02, 03.
Had Braun rocking that Rockaware too.
Braun was rocking that. In the hip hop game, everybody know Jay-Z's pretty much everybody big homie. You know what I mean? If you say, "Oh yeah, I'm fooling with Jay," like Pharrell, when he was relevant. You know what I mean? Well, what's your boy from down there, not Texas, but the dude used to always do stuff with Missy Elliott.
Timberland.
Yeah, Timberland. I mean, everybody just respect Jay and want to work with Jay, man. And like I said, him and the businessman, he started his own Rockaware. Him and Dame Dash. He started the Armadale Vodka. bought a basketball team. He got his own winery now. I mean,
Facts.
just so much stuff, man, to respect.
Hey, you the know-it-all that knows them all. 17 platinum albums.
Yeah,
Jay-Z.
You were talking about record sales, maybe, but I said platinum album.
You said platinum album. Jay-Z.
Right.
17. Reasonable Doubt, In My Lifetime. Hard Knock Life Volume 2. The Life and Times of Sean Carter. The Dynasty. Rock La Familia. The Blueprint. The Best of Both Worlds with R. Kelly. The Blueprint 2. The Gift and the Curse. The Black Album. Unfinished Business with R. Kelly. Collision Course with Linkin Park. Kingdom Come. American Gangster. The Blueprint 3. Watch the Throne with Kanye West. Magna Carta, and his last album, 444, all platinum.
Yeah. Wow. See what I mean? So yeah. So
you would never guess who's number 2 right there, right?
Number 2 behind Jay-Z, I would probably say, I don't know. I mean,
Eminem with 12.
I was just about to say Eminem because I'm sticking to my list. See how my list go? My list got credibility.
And then Drake with 9.
Drake got 9. Okay.
Yeah.
Drake coming up. But yeah, man. So I'm done. That's my top 5. Like I said, from 5 to 1 again. That was Biggie. That was Tupac. That was Eminem. That was Rakim. And that was Jay-Z.
All right, Jake. 5 to 1. I mean, G. 5 to 1.
So I'm gonna give homage and shout out to my foundational rappers. They're not in my top 5, but Big Daddy Kane, Kumo D, and Rakim. Got to give shout out to the foundation because that made me love the other guys. They're not in my top 5.
Rakim is not in your top 5?
Not for me personally.
Okay.
Not for me personally. All right. So number 5, he's a new guy on the block. I listen to everything he has. I buy everything he has. And I think he's going to end up as one of the best ones ever. His name is Kendrick Lamar. He's a storyteller. He rocks out on all hip-hop albums. He's crossed over into other genres. He's been the guiding light and really the focal point in this generation's hip-hop that in many ways, a lot of us old school guys think is lost. Kendrick has kept us plugged and connected because his lyrics, his beats, his production is second to none. I remember when Kendrick first came out and then went album on album and then Pimp a Butterfly came out and I was like, oh, that's it. It's over. You know, he's this generation's monster. So I think, and the reason I like Kendrick too is because he connects one end to the other. He rocks with the old school Dr. Dre's and all those guys, Snoops and all. They give him props. But then he tries to reach to these young fellas.
He's from Compton.
Say, look, yeah, but it's not just because he's from Compton. Kendrick got that thing, bro. His lyrics are just numero uno in the top 5 to me. So Kendrick Lamar. Number 4 is going to be shocking and surprising to you guys, man. There's this guy from Houston, Texas by the name of Brad Jordan. And he's a little different. Y'all might know him by the name of Scarface, right? I remember working on a radio station down there in New Orleans, Louisiana, and hearing Brad Jordan drop this song called My Block. And it changed everything, man. Because I knew he was a great lyricist. I knew he was part of a great group. But his ability to storytell is up there with the greats. Scarface, for me, you're in my top 5, dog. You out there. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, go and watch the Tiny Desk performance of Scarface that's out there. It's the best Tiny Desk I've ever seen ever. I mean, people that don't even like hip hop was tagging me on Facebook and all the other social media websites and was like, dude, did you see this? And I was like, yeah. You found out that Scarface played instruments. You found out how much he was into music, how much he understood how percussion and guitar strings with highs and lows and pitch and all. And he actually got emotional talking about how much hip hop is a part of his life. So, man, Brad Jordan, man, You up there at number 4. Number 3, Tay-Boy Fresh. I ride with you, man. That 313, M, yeah, he like that. He nice as all get up, man. And not just for the fact that he is a Caucasian man in an African-American culture, but his ability to impact game being passed on the game. Because remember, Dre discovered M. So let's take it back. Easy helped Dre get on. Dre helped Snoop get on. Dre helped M get on. M led to 50 Cent. 50 Cent keeps it moving. And you get the game, and it just goes on and on and on. So M was one of those people that from a pivotal standpoint connected the dots too. But lyricist-wise, storytelling-wise, I don't know nobody that can run with M. M will put you in a blender in the dojo, and it'll get ugly. And he'll cut you up and then have you, after he cuts you up, have you bobbing your head like, oh my God, his lyrics is just unreal. And M don't got no ghostwriter, y'all. And that's where a lot of credibility comes from me as far as rappers. You ain't got no ghostwriter. M is with a pad and a paper and a pen, and he's getting in his work. And M writes for people. So he's not a ghost. He doesn't have people ghostwrite for him. He ghostwrites for other people. That's how much lyrically he's the guy. Number 2, Tupac Shakur. I think that Tupac's time was so short. He left this earth before his time, but he had one of the biggest impacts on the hip hop nation outside of any rapper that I've ever seen ever. People still, Tupac has been gone away from this earth 20 plus years. And he still has the credibility, and most people who are credible as far as lists is in their top 3. So that's a miracle in itself. That's letting you know how much his lyrics, how much his albums, how much of his message impacted us. And Tupac crossed platforms too. He was an actor. He played in movies. You can't talk about hip hop and not talk about Juice. I mean, you can't talk about hip hop and not talk about Above the Rim. You have totally missed the boat if you don't understand hip hop and know that Tupac was one of the first crossover rappers that went into acting. Him and Will Smith, I think, they were up there as far as the first 2 that actually went from one side to the other and was a credible actor. People was trying to sign him for roles that were good, so he just wasn't a thug and a gangster. He was Tupac-alist Shakur. So we appreciate you, Tupac, at number 2. My last dude, Jigga. Jay-Z, without a shadow of a doubt. H to the Izzo, V to the Izzy. Dog, shut it down. when he let you know he was Hova. Come on, bro. And Jay-Z is one of the only artists I know that gets credit everywhere. Not just in the United States of America. Go check out who rocking with Jay in Japan, and in China, and in Germany, and in Italy. They rocking with Jay, dog. Hova is the one. Numero uno. Jay-Z. And Jay-Z was a huge part of that sports transition. Rapping about Braun, having the athletes wear stuff, wearing Rockefeller headbands and rock wear and this, that, and this, and doing all that stuff before it's time. And now everybody's trying to do it. Jay, you that guy, dog.
Got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain.
He also had a sports agency.
Yeah, definitely.
Facts. Total facts. But yeah, that's my top 5, man. Some folks might not like it, but that's mine. It's my 5.
I get it. Like rappers like Kendrick, rappers like LL, they're all outside of my top 10. I mean, my top 5. Wait, Andre 3000, 3 Stacks. They're all outside of my top 5, but they could easily have made it in there. Starting at 5, Tupac Shakur, number 5 for me. Love what he did for the game. My favorite Tupac song is Shed Too Many Tears. I love it. with the Stevie Wonder sample in it. Hey, he did that.
So many tears.
So many tears. Yeah, that was my record. At number 4 would be Biggie. They run together. You really can't separate the two. You know what I'm saying? Big and Pac. And of course, Big was just, he was a lyricist. He put stuff together. My favorite record for him is the one where he said, "It's my man Hop from the barbershop." And he was talking about he heard the plot where they were about to stick him for his paper.
Man. They want to stick me for my paper.
Yeah, they want to stick me for my paper, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
was that the what? Was that the one with Method Man?
No.
It's on that album, though. The first
It's
album.
on that album. Definitely.
The warning.
Yeah, he had a way of telling stories, which was rival, and everybody who knows hip hop would say that this guy, right in front of him, Scarface, is probably the best storyteller we've ever had in hip hop at all. You know what I'm saying? Slick Rick could tell them stories. They were really good at that. Spice One could even tell them stories. But when it came down to it, man, hey, Scarface was that dude. So that's who I have at my number 3 position. My number 2 is going to be different from all of y'all. Even Eminem is on the outside looking in because he didn't make it. Because this guy, to me, lyricist-wise, can't keep him out of the top 5s. That dude is Nas. You know what I'm saying?
Escabani.
Nas got quotables on top of quotables. You know what I'm saying? Quotable. My favorite song for him is Life's a Beat. You know what I'm saying? He said, "I woke up early on my born day. I'm 20. It's a blessing. The essence of adolescence leave my body. Now I'm fresh. My physical form is celebrated because I made it. A quarter through life, some godlike thing created." Man, I mean, that's lyricist, and he got that from Kool G Rap. Let's not front and act like that there wasn't a father to his style. It was Kool G Rap, but he took it and expanded on it, and Kool G Rap expanded on my number 1 MC, and my number 1 MC expanded on Kool G Rap as well, and that was Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? That was Jay-Z. I love Rakim, and I wanted Rakim to be in here somewhere because he was one of the greatest to ever do it, but I couldn't take Scarface out because, he affected me being from the South. You know what I'm saying? He did what Rakim did, but he did it for me in a way that opened me up. So that spot had to belong to Brad Jordan. So, number 1, Jay-Z. Number 2, Nas. Number 3, Scarface. Number 4, Big. Number 5, Pac. That's where we got it. The 5 greatest MCs for me. Now, let's talk about this, bros. The best groups of all time. The best groups of all time. And let's do this one together. We 5, we got to decide. Out of the first groups, is it going to be NWA, Public Enemy, or Wu-Tang?
Are you saying NWA, Public Enemy, and Wu-Tang all in the top 5? Absolutely.
Absolutely. We got to think about it. Who's the best out of them? Is it Run DMC?
Run ain't in my top 5, but the 3 you just named is all in my top 5.
So who would you say, Tate?
Out the group you named, if I'm picking out that 3.
Well, we picking out all the groups. Who is it? When we talk about groups, I'm just gonna go through them. I'll go through a list of them.
Yeah, well, I'm with NWA.
There's the Ghetto Boys, right?
I'm with who else you said?
Okay, hold on. I'm just gonna go through them. So we got the groups. We got the Ghetto Boys. We got Public Enemy. We got Wu-Tang. We got Salt and Pepper. Salt and Pepper, see it. We got Houdini. We got Migos.
Trash.
We got Run DMC. We got Outkast. We got NWA. And we got Tribe Called Quest. Talk to me, man. Who give me a top 5 out of that?
I got NWA.
Yep.
I really respect Wu-Tang, but
Why NWA?
Oh man, they just changed the game. They brought about gangster rap.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Then you look at Dr. Dre, you look at Ice Cube, you look at Eazy-E, you look what they all brought to the game, what Ice Cube has done. Dre's a billionaire. I mean, Eazy started them out. You got Snoop piggyback off them.
Don't forget about DOC.
DOC was a beast, but he wasn't in that group. But they did bring him out.
Yeah,
he was good before. He was good before his accident. He's still working music, but
no, he was good. He was in the group. He was writing for the group during that time.
Oh, he was writing. Okay,
yes, sir.
But yeah, so I go NWA. I go Outkast.
Oh,
I go Outkast.
Why Outkast too?
To me they the group of the South, man. I mean
they're the only hip hop group with a diamond album. That's automatic.
When that right there, the Southern Playalistic came out, that Players Ball and all that. Come on, man.
Hey, but man, Speaker Box and the Love Below is diamond.
It's diamond. Yeah.
That's a diamond album. That dog, there ain't too many diamonds walking around in hip hop. Yeah. Them boys got a diamond.
Yeah.
Right. Public Enemy. I'm not gonna put them in it.
Oh, you're not putting Public Enemy in it?
No, I like Public Enemy, but when you think about it, man, they was isolated, man. They was from like 80, 87, 86 to about 93, 94, and then where they been? Not Dr. Dre,
Chuck D.
Chuck D.
Yeah.
Chuck D going around, speaking and stuff like that. I met him at one of his events here in DC probably about 8 or 9 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked him at the time. When we was in high school, I had the clock like Flavor Flav, all that stuff, man. So they was culture setting and trend setting, but they music don't last. When I get in and play some old school, I don't play Public Enemy all like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's facts. Yeah, I understand.
I will say a group that I really like that's left out, but it's my group, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the Dog Pound, man. DPG, baby. I love the DPG.
Right.
Tick, top.
So you got 3. Who's number 4?
Oh man, too hard, man. I can't remember all the pictures you put up.
So we got Run DMC still left. Got Migos still left.
Take them out. You can
trash, full trash.
You got Houdini still left.
They too old. They were just in their little era.
You got Salt and Pepper. You got Wu-Tang.
The Wu-Tangies, Tate.
I'm going to put Wu-Tang in the top 5.
You got the Ghetto Boys. Wu-Tang. So you got Wu-Tang as your 4. And who's your
and this ain't no particular order. Man, I'm about to hear you and G have a discussion and then decide after I hear some more, man. Because I really can't.
I got to kind of usurp. I got to usurp G and go out of order on this one.
Yeah.
Number 1 to me, I just have to, and that's just because they were trendsetters. And I could really flip these two, but I'm going with Run DMC as the number 1 group. They started this whole hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? Then number 2 for me would be NWA. Definitely, straight out of Compton, started that West Coast rap, started that gangster rap. The number 3 group for me of all times would be Outkast. You know what I'm saying? This album that you talked about, Southern Playalistic, Cadillac Funky Music, was a 5. Now, this may be their best-selling album of all time. This was their best album of all times. I mean, real talk. My 4th group would definitely be Wu-Tang. I mean, you can't argue. There's so many platinum artists here. You know, ODB,
everybody up there platinum.
ODB had a platinum album. You know, RZA had a platinum album. Tony Starks, aka Ghostface Killer. You know what I'm saying? Rock.
Everybody up there but You God. Everybody but You God had a platinum.
Yeah, and then Meth. So you can't really leave them out. And then of course, the Ghetto Boys. You know, Ghetto Boys would get for me. But I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna shock you. Migos ain't far behind. Migos is a culture-setting group, and whether you want to believe it or not, Migos was the group of this generation, and they really changed the game for these youngsters right here. You can say what you want to, but Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset, they really did it, man. I mean, they were the new South, and definitely, you know, Bad and Bougie and songs like that really set the game for these youngsters, man. But that's it. That's my 5.
Hey man, I'm going Tribe.
Oh, you're gonna go to Tribe as number 5.
That's total disrespect if you leave the Tribe Called Quest out of your top 5 of groups of all time. The Tribe Called Quest was the culture setters for hip hop groups, period.
Y'all kind of sleeping on the Beastie Boys too.
Beastie Boys are in there. They're in there, but when we're talking,
they're sort of like transition Beastie Boys to Run. I'm talking about.
So
after Run DMC,
give me your top 5. Give me your top 5, G.
Oh, I agree with pretty much all of yours, Mod, except for
the
Tribe Called Quest. I would go NWA 1. I would go Wu-Tang Clan 2.
Okay, Wu-Tang
I would go The Tribe Called Quest 3. I would go Outkast 4. And I probably would go NWA 5. Yeah, but the Tribe, you got to remember
you said NWA 2 times. You said on 1 and 5.
Oh, okay. So I Run 5 then. Run DMC 5.
Run DMC, you already said. So let's do it again. You ready?
NWA 1.
Okay.
Run DMC 2. The Tribe Called Quest 3. Wu-Tang Clan 4. And I'm probably going to go Outkast 5. There's my 5.
Yeah, we had a lot of the same, Big G.
Yeah. But
I had Outkast, I had Tribe, I had NWA. I said I gotta respect Wu-Tang. I put them in there. My 5th one was the Dog Pound though. So that was totally out there.
Yeah, you was totally out there.
But I love the music though. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But the Tribe was the handoff, man. There was no big time group.
So
from Run to the Tribe.
I gotta agree with you that, you know, when it comes down to pace setting and mood setting and producer, the when we talk about Q-Tip is one of the best producers of all time. And you can't really argue. He's been on everybody's album. Everybody saw it. And what people don't really know is that Q-Tip found Meg Thee Stallion.
Facts. But check this out.
Q-Tip's been going for a long time, man. You know what
Tribe albums are the only ones that I mean, some of them maybe you can just put it on and let it play. But every Tribe Called Quest album, from Midnight Marauders to Low End Theory to Beats, Rhythms, and Times to the Love Fact, the Love Movement, all the way to the new one they just put out. We Got It From Here. You can put a Tribe album on and let it play. You don't have to forward, skip, jump. Let it play. And it's going. Anybody who walks by you that loves hip hop, they're gonna be like, "That's what I'm talking about." Young and old.
Hey, you know what, G? I can say this. And Tate said this earlier. Public Enemy, trend-setting group, a very trend-setting group, and you know, one of the best groups of all time. Mm-hmm. You can't put that stuff on. It didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Their music, just like Death Certificate, maybe one of the best albums. America's Most Wanted, one of the best albums of all time with Ice Cube, but it didn't age well. Mm-hmm. You couldn't put that up Again, it wasn't music. It burnt down, wow, wow, wow. You know what I'm saying? It didn't age well. You know what I'm saying? But the Quest, if you put Tribe Called Quest music in, it still bump to this day. It's music. It was music, and so I can give you that. And I love Quest. Quest is definitely in my top 10. Can't leave him out. But you know, I mean, Houdini is in my top 10. You know what I'm saying? When you think about Houdini, you got One Love, you got Funky Beat, you got Friends. How many times has Friends been redone, you guys? How many times?
How many times has it been sampled? I mean,
yes. I mean, you know, and you got to think about this tape. I don't know if you knew this, but they were the first group to record, hip hop group to record overseas.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they Geffen was their record label, and they I forget who it was, but they were really big in the synth side of things. They were a synth group, and they picked them up, took them overseas, and they recorded their album overseas. You got to put some respect on Salt and Pepper's name. You know what I'm saying?
Best female group.
Yeah, you got to put some respect on their name. And I'm going to tell you, they are proof to me that the lightning catches in a bottle, because they all worked at the same place together with Martin, with Kid and Play, and them. They all worked at Sears in the call center together. That's crazy, right? So these are like honorable.
Dropping hip hop facts. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, man, they all work together in the same place, and they put each other on. They're the one that put Martin on. They said, when we all get big, whoever gets big first, we're gonna all put each other on. And Spinderella is the second Spinderella. She wasn't the first.
Did you say they worked at Sears? They worked at Sears. They used to work these
call centers.
Yeah, they worked at Sears. Yeah,
Sears call center. Yep. It's crazy. And like I said, you know, with Migos, when we talk about Migos, you could call them trash, but they're this generation's super group. They really are. You know, these three together. I know
they're real popular.
Yeah, that's this generation's super group. So, I mean, and when my son was in high school, that's all they were doing was, you know, Migos. I can't even think of how many times I'd heard Bad and Bougie. But, you know, honorable mention groups to me is somebody like the Dog Pound, the Fat Boys,
the Roots.
The Roots, yeah. You know, when we talk about groups, UGK, you know what I'm saying? 8 Ball, MJG.
Yeah.
You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Bone.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
give it up for Ohio.
Yeah, these are groups that you got to put in there. You know, and
Cypress Hill.
But you can't really, like, you know, go outside of those guys. These were your best groups.
What about how you rank EPMD?
Oh my gosh, EPMD was either in your top 10 or outside. EPMD for such a long time was one of the go-to as far as party. We were just talking about that party music, but then you got to think about it. EPMD is also responsible for Redman and K Solo, and you know what I'm saying, and artists like that. What's my man? Your Mom's in My Business. You know, that's K Solo.
That's K Solo.
Yeah, they're responsible for those guys. You know what I'm saying? And Eric Sermon had, you know, a responsible for Keith Murray. You know, so you got a lot of people who, you know, as far as groups wise, were influential. Of course, we said the Beastie Boys, but man, closing and parting shots, man, just wrapping the show up. Take Boy Fresh. How do you see hip hop moving forward? You know what? I'm gonna save that question because I really I want answers to this question because I want us in chat. You guys in the chat, you act a fool on this. I need to see y'all's favorite groups. I need to see and hear about, you know, y'all's favorite hip hop movements. But Tate, top 3. You can't give me no more than 3. Hip hop actors, men and women combined. Who's your top 3?
Hip hop actors?
Hip hop lyricists.
I already got mine already.
Lyricists who turned into actors.
Well, I gotta go my boy, the homie Will.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go Some good ones though. I gotta go LL. And because I'm gonna throw a female in it, I'm gonna go Queen Latifah.
Okay.
But I stand to switch LL and 50 Cent. Not because 50 Cent a great actor, because everything else he do in the cinematic industry is like off the hook.
It's a hit, yeah. It's a hit. It's a hit. So top three, G.
Ice-T, Queen Latifah, Ice Cube.
No Will Smith, who was the best actor.
I like Will, but I like the stuff that Ice-T and Ice Cube have done. I like Will. He's a top best. He's one of the best actors, let alone hip hop actors. He's one of the best. But I just say, for my taste, those are the guys I like.
You like Law and Order?
Man, that dog, I still watching in syndication. I'm watching this.
I mean, because I can't think of much Ice-T done. Now I know he done some stuff, but that's his thing.
Man, I'm a diehardest Law and Order.
Okay.
I got it. You know, there's been a laundry list of rappers who's actually acted, right? But these three are unmovable for me. If we had to put them up on a mountain, they're unmovable. Number one, Will Smith. He can play everything, drama, funny, everything. He can do anything.
Do you know, I just sent it to you guys a few minutes ago. Will Smith is actually being casted, possibly, it's about a 90% shot that he's going to replace Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror in the MCU.
That would be crazy.
I just sent it to you.
That would be crazy.
What is that?
Yeah.
Kang the Conqueror is the new villain for the MCU. Jonathan Majors just got convicted of assault and violence and all whatever else. And then the MCU Marvel Cinematic Universe fired him. So now they want to recast the role of Kang the Conqueror. And all indications and all signs are saying that Will Smith's going to get the job.
If Will Smith gets that job, it's going through the roof.
Think about he turned down the dude in the Matrix, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. So number one, Will Smith. Number two, the Queen. She's done it all.
Yeah.
She's done comedies. She's done dramas. You know, Set It Off was immaculate. She did that. You know what I'm saying? Set It Off. She did that. And that's not even the sitcoms that she had. You know what I'm saying? The sitcoms she had, and she's able to kind of play any kind of role for me, and I love it. Number three, you just didn't get much of him, but the movies he was in, he killed. Bishop and Juice, Birdie and Above the Rim. Then with Janet Jackson, he killed it. You know what I'm saying? And that's Tupac Shakur. Tupac Shakur was a heck of a actor before he actually passed away. The boy could act with a T.
He could. I definitely agree with you there. I wasn't even thinking him because he'd been gone so long, but he was great in everything he did. And I will always attest is for me when like the Joker Bishop, I didn't like Bishop. And when the actor make you not like that person, like I don't like that dude. Like I knew him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was acting, man. I gotta give you that one.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can't move those three to me. You can't move them. And Ice-T's great. He's great. Ludacris is a good actor. T.I.'s a great actor. You know what I'm saying? T.I.'s good. Man, he's good. He's good. He can be funny.
I like him more as a rapper, though.
Yeah, he could be funny. He could be serious. In that movie Takers, he was really good. I disliked him in Takers. I was like, man, you a punk for this, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, when somebody makes you dislike their character, they're acting. You know what I'm saying?
So no love for LL any given Sunday.
Oh, I give him love. He's in there. He's probably 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? He's probably 4 or 5. But when you start thinking about how Pac did every role, you hated
No.
Birdie.
I probably would put Pac in and take L out, but you didn't mention L though. I didn't think about Pac.
Yeah. No. I mentioned him. I'm just because you had already mentioned him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just spitballing the other guys who we haven't really put out there right now. You know what I'm saying? It said, you know, these are rapper actors. Q-Tip ain't been in enough, but he was actually in movies. You know what I'm saying? Andre 3000 is a good actor as well. He's been in some. I loved him in Four Brothers. You know what I'm saying? I loved him in Four Brothers. I loved him
What about
in
your boy, the dude that played in Brown Sugar, the taxi driver? Was that
Most Def.
Most Def? Yeah.
Most Def has been in some movies. You know, and like I said, when I'm thinking of A-level rappers who were A-level actors. Ice-T is an A-level rapper who was an A-level actor. Ice Cube, A-level rapper who was an A-level. And see, Ice Cube, you got to understand, he may be the best writer. He may be the best with his pen than any other MC ever because he wrote movies. He didn't just write rhymes.
Cube Vision.
Movies.
Cube Vision.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote movies.
All the Fridays.
Yeah.
All the Fridays.
Yeah, you know, so he can act. He's been in some movies.
Man, them funny movies, I guess. I mean, I give more credibility and serious to writers that write serious script. I mean, it's funny. I like it, but I mean, you know, it's funny.
Barbershops
was good.
Are we
there yet? Both
Yeah.
the first and second one. Yeah, but he didn't.
I like
he
Barbershop.
got some hits.
Barbershop was a hit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I like Barbershop.
It was a hit. So, you know, to me, he did it. You know what I'm saying? And I love the fact that he has been able to transition. And he's the best with his pen, man. He's the best with his pen. And you can't really kind of move him out of there, man, because it takes a special dude to be able to write a movie. You know what I'm saying? So in the end of what you guys got, man. You got anything before we get out of here?
No, man. I just want to say Merry Christmas to everybody who's watching us. This is not a live show, it's a pre-recorded show. So you'll get this literally on Christmas Eve. We're gonna let it rock and let it ride. So we thank you guys for rocking with us for the entire 2024 year. You're gonna get something a little special as we take out the year. But Merry Christmas to everybody out there, Fans First Sports Network, KnoItAllz, YouTube, all the channels that you check us on with. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your time with your family. Be safe. Be careful. And come back and check us out in 2024 because we about to do that thing, man. So Merry Christmas to you, your family, and everybody out there.
Tate, make sure you tell them, man, where they can find the KnoItAllz crew at, man.
Hold on, man. I want to finish. Because this right here, where we gonna insert my rap in here.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna insert my rap here. And because we talking hip hop, I was in a contest. We had a rap group. It was me, my cousin Che, Mike West, and Lerone. We went down to Dayton for a contest. We finished second. And this was my rhyme from back then, a little bit I remember. Put it like this. I'm kicking hot like solar, microphone in effect. It's time to throw a rhyme at the party people that they can party on. And yeah, I get on, but they never tripping on. That's all I remember. That was 87 rap. I wasn't old enough to drive. My aunt had to take us down to the contest now.
He had many bars.
That's 35 years ago.
Hey, that boy had them mini Snicker bars. He had
Mini
the mini
bars.
Snicker bars.
Snicker bar.
Hey, but you know what, Tate, man? I admire the confidence that you got. Your confidence is unshaken. I love it.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what I'm
confident in everything I do, man. You should know that by now.
Hey, man, but tell them about the crew, man.
Hey, man, everybody, thanks for watching us, the KnoItAllz, the original KnoItAll crew, Mod, Big G, and myself. But you know, just like the Wu-Tang, just like all the rap groups we talk about, we branch out a little bit. You know what I mean? We got the homie B Dirt, the homie Pay, homie Relly Hall. We all part of Fans First Sports Network. You can get all of us on there. You Mod with the Dallas, me and Big G with the Steelers, B Dirt with the Bengals, Pay with the Bears, Relly with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We all doing something. You know, the KnoItAllz crew is what we call ourselves. So Be sure to like and subscribe and follow and whatever you got to do to get all of us. You know, so if you support one, you support all. So we actually just found out today that the little bit of bread go up, Big G, for the download. So yeah, download and undownload and download again.
Yeah, man, we got an early Christmas present from the guys out there, Fans First Sports Network, from Bad Dave and Jeff. The money went up, so we about to keep grinding and keep putting good content out there in podcast land, because Fans First Sports Network is paying the bills.
And this is a recorded show, but thank everybody that I know is watching. Afton, Claude, who else, Big G? Help me name some of this gentlemen.
Tim, J. Steve, Jesse Lowe, B Dirt,
T Tate,
T-Tate, Eddie Copeland.
Did we say Claude?
Yeah. Elijah,
Matrix Man,
DeVoris, Anthony, Bird, Max. I mean, I can run down the list of people that rock with us.
Gavin,
man. Thomas rocks with us. I mean,
man.
Man, it's people. I could sit here probably name off at least 150 to 200 people that every week, whatever we do,
right?
all across platforms. I could go. I could go to Steel Curtain Network and start talking about Mr. Woody C, and all who rocks with everything we do. Jeremiah Yoder, Steeler D. These are folks that not only rock with us, they give us super chats and they give us motivation to, man, just keep doing what we're doing, man. So, I'm telling you, I could go across all platforms and just start thinking of names and like, man, we got some loyal folks out there.
We do, but you can't name 150 of them. That's a lot
to
name.
That's a
I ain't saying ain't that many altogether, but you said name.
I go about 50 strong, 50, 60 strong, and then I'm
just gonna say you're probably right. They watching, but it's a lot of names. There's a lot of names. But listen, man. Again, we thank you guys for being here with us. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Make sure you get time in with your family. You know what I'm saying? Time is the most important resource that we have. Once you spend it, it is gone. You cannot get it back. So make sure that you spend that time with your family and spend it wisely, man. Go out, y'all get out and do something. If y'all are going to stay in the house, play some games. I'm going to play Lyrically Correct with my family on
Got it upstairs. Got it upstairs.
That's what I'm doing right now. You know what I'm saying? That's probably what I'm doing right now. As this show is airing, I'm probably playing Lyrically Correct with my family because, hey, it is what it is. Either that or black card. You're going to lose your black card. But
I'm beating somebody down in Uno No Mercy right now. By now, somebody getting beat down in Uno No Mercy.
We like the I told y'all about the blank slate game. We liked it so much. We ordered it and had it sent down to my sister-in-law house, so it's there when we get there. That's
go hard. We got it upstairs. We got it upstairs, bro. I'm for sure gonna be playing that too, Tate.
Yeah, so definitely, it's nothing like family. It's nothing like family. And if you get a chance as we leaving, man, and we getting out of here, make sure that I made a Christmas album last year, and I want you guys, to have some motivation. And if you can get it, make sure you check it and rock out. We out of here, man. Go Bucks and holla Tate. Merry Christmas. G, Merry Christmas. Love you both. We'll see y'all later.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Sure, Charlie Brown. I can tell you what Christmas is all about. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord.
Don't forget about the reason for the season. And God gave us the greatest gift of all, His Son, Jesus. Being with family and gifts are nice, but that won't mean nothing if I don't receive Christ. Well, please don't forget about the reason for the season. And God gave us the greatest gift of all, His Son, Jesus. Hope, joy, and peace is what He brings. I pray that you remember He has everything you need.